Okay, let us read the storyboard. Adivasis and marginalization. An Adivasi family in Delhi, Soma and Helen are watching the Republic Day parade on TV with their grandparents. Oh, see an Adivasi float. Uh, Dadu, why do they always show Adivasi as only dancing? Then the lives of Adivasi are very rich. Most people don't know that. Yes, don't they know anything else about us? When I was young, our village in Odisha was beautiful. We got everything we need from the land and the forest around us. We will respect the land and the forest and the river. Suddenly, we were told that the forest was not ours. Forest officials and contractors cut down large part of it, and if we protest, they beat us and then took us to court, where we did not have our lawyers and could not fight our cases. Then, how did you survive, Dadu? Many of us were forced to leave our homes and find several seasonal work in nearby towns. So, then we company walas came. They said there was iron or under our land. They wanted to mine it. They promised job and money if we sold our land to them. Some villagers were excited. Others said this would destroy our lives, and we won't. We would get nothing. Some gave thumbprint, not realizing that were selling their land off. Only a few were given token job, but most of us did not use. Then, next page. Then they beat and threatened us till eventually everyone was forced to sell and abandon the land of their forefathers. They had to support the authorities. Our whole way of living vanished overnight. Oh, Dadu, our land, what? For our 30 acres, we got a little money from the contractor. I never saw most of my friends again. The money hardly lasted in the city. We had no means of livelihood anywhere. We were all cramped into a tiny render room. How we missed our carefree lives and the open spaces. After a few years, our father got a job in Delhi and we all moved here. Those were very difficult times. That's why both of you did not go to school for several years. I hated going back to school. We had missed so much our studies, and other children made fun of us. We spoke Sandali at home and did not know Hindi. But now we have friends. I can even speak in English now. I wish I could have shown my friends our village before it was destroyed. You can still tell them shout our village. It has a lot to teach them. Oh, one day I will make the movie on this story, our story of Adivasi story. This is the storyboard. It is given the Adivasi, one of the Adivasi family who shifted to Delhi. They are speaking about with their grandparents about their old life. Grandparents is explaining how he was living in his own village before coming this forest law and other things that they are speaking. Already we have seen that one in the history, what happened with the British forest law, and after independence also what happened. We in coming lessons, means the coming years you will study that one. So the Adivasi people, they got different challenges because the forests were become reserved one in the name of mines or in the name of the big trees or in the name of animal reservation for like the different purpose. The government made it reserved, and the lives of the Adivasi it is become very difficult because those who was depending on the forest, they won't make any destruction to the forest. They are living very peacefully with forest. Like that people they suffering now. You can just read about how Dadu was forced to leave his village in Odisha. Dadu's story is similar to the lives of millions of Adivasis in India. Not only India, in many areas the same condition, many countries or many continents conditions are same. Then we are going to see who are Adivasis. Adivasi in terms literally means original inhabitants. Please underline, Adivasi means, though Adi means first and Vasi is who was living first here. Original inhabitants are communities who lived and often continue to live in close association with the forest, and very harmoniously they was living in the forest or near to the forest. Around 8% of India's population is Adivasi. Still 8% of the India's population were, who are they? They are Adivasis, and many of Indian most important mining and industrial centers are located in Adivasi areas. That we are going to see in geography also. Jamshedpur, Roorkela, Bokaro and Bhilai are among others, and many other areas are there in that one. Some of the places, Jamshedpur, where the Tata plant is there, and that area was under the control of the Adivasi people. Roorkela, Bokaro and Bhilai, everything it was the Adivasi area. Adivasi are not a homogeneous population. There are over 500 different Adivasi groups in India. How many times? 500 different groups of Adivasis. Adivasis are particularly numerous in states like Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal and the northeastern states of Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura. Like that states having the many different groups of Adivasis. A state like Orissa is to more than 60 different tribal groups. Orissa itself it is having 60 different groups. Jharkhand having many different groups of Adivasis. Then Adivasi societies are also most distinctive because they are often very little hierarchy among them. They are having the centralized system and other things that we have seen in history, but their groups are, we are considering with other 92% of the people, they are not Adivasis, and only 80% of the people, that also 500 different groups they are having. So their hierarchy or rules and regulations are normally it will be very simple and small one. This makes them radically different from the communities organized around the people or Jati, Varna, caste society or Varna society or Jati society. It is entirely different from the tribal group and those that were ruled by the kings, and we know that we have seen in history book also. Then Adivasis practice a range of tribal religions that are different from Islam, Hinduism and Christianity. The tribal religion is entirely different from the major religions of the society. These often involve the worship of ancestors, village and nature spirit and the laws associated with the residing in various sites in the landscape, mountain spirit, river spirit, animal spirit, etc. This is not only to the tribal people. If you are traveling by a train in a long distance, we can see wherever it is coming the major rivers, not only Ganga river, many other rivers also. That time people, they are throwing money to that particular river. They are thinking like that river is a god. Not only Adivasi people, the mainstream of the society people also doing the same thing. So the Adivasis already having like that thinking, river spirit is god, mountain spirit it is a god, animal spirit like that. And even some of the plants and birds, they are thinking like that their ancestors are the god to them. The village spirit are often worshipped at specific sacred groves within the village boundary, while the ancestral ones are usually worshipped at home. In the normal society, what we are doing, we are having the special worshipping place in the village. We are making the temple and other things, but in the Adivasis, nowadays we can see the small temple type like that things. Before it was in the one of the tree, under the tree like that, they was keeping the god. Additionally, Adivasi have always been influenced by different surrounding religion like Sakta, Buddhist, Vaishnav, Bhakti, Christianity, etc. Like that, those who are living, we have seen that one in history, how they are getting the influence of the Jadi system, Varna system, that we have seen in 8th standard also. And in the tribal society, how they are getting the influence of the Christianity, like that things in history in 8th standard also we have seen. 7th and 8th we have seen that one. So they are getting the influence of other religions also. Simultaneously, Adivasi religion themselves have influenced dominant religions of the empires around them. So we have seen that one in 7th standard, when we studied about Aham society, they received the dominant religion of that area, Hinduism, and they accepted the caste system and other things in the society. For example, Jagannath cult of Odisha and the Sakti culture, Sakti and the Tantric tradition of the Bengal and Assam. During the 19th century, some substantial numbers of the Adivasis converted to Christianity, which has emerged as a very important religion in the modern Adivasi history. In some area, the Adivasi people, they accepted Christianity because of different reasons, maybe to get food items or money, like that. Different reasons was there, but they received, and now that is becoming a different culture they are developed in Adivasi area. Adivasi have their own language. Most of them have them radically different from and possibility as old as Sanskrit. And it is some Adivasi languages, they don't have alphabets also, only speaking language. What the one group of Adivasi they are speaking, that is entirely different from other Adivasi group, like the different languages they are having, which have often deeply influenced the formation of the mainstream Indian language, like Bengali, Santali, Bengali. Santali has the largest number of speakers and has a significant body of publications, including magazines on the interest or in the e-science. We can see the Santali language, which is speaking by the Adivasi people in Jharkhand area or Orissa area. That is the tribal language which is speaking by many people, in especially in the north and northeastern side. We can see many people, and even they are having their own alphabets, and they are teaching the next generation to read and write, and they are having their own publication. Many books and newspapers are available in Santali language. Okay, we will continue in next video.